Welcome back. Please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you and enjoy.
For the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Oh, what a group. Not really the start he wanted to have for his NBA career, but the season is young. He can still fight his way, guys, into the conversation.
And it's been a fairly drawn-out adjustment period for him in the early stages of his rookie season.
Yeah, no doubt. But there have been some positives. They just have to figure out exactly where he fits on this group. Once they've established his role, I think we might see him climb up those rankings.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's money in at the 5. And for the Suns, perimeter pair for him will be Booker and Brooks. And it's Gillespie in at the 1. And for MP specifically, these cup games have extra meaning. He's made it very clear he really wants to take this home.
And I think of this Game 3 of the group stage as moving day. We separate the contenders from the pretenders. MP will have to step up, take on a big role tonight.
Doors, as we get deeper into this schedule now, the NBA picture is starting to develop.
Kev, I love it because the intensity around the league is starting to tick up just a notch. You've got the teams that are very much hitting their stride and the others that are still trying to figure out, hey, what's working for us and what isn't working for us.
Here's money and another 3 for Minnesota.
And it's leading to a score, just great ball movement.
Booker against Edwards. To halt the run. Booker no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Pass to money. 4 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Nice shot by Gobert.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And timeout call.
Been really fun to watch. Some great games thus far. It feels like every year the NBA Cup just gets better.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Brooks kicks to Booker. Brooks up on top. McDaniels defending. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Now Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any 3 he gets. That is pretty.
And doors for the Timberwolves, 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Booker grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but around age 15, he moved to Moss Point, Mississippi to live and train with his father. Booker said, quote, "I understood the goal and I just embraced the culture and the inner city. They took me in, it was a really important time, and it was good for me." Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Allie. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there cost them.
Off the inbound pass, and that will fall. The 3-pointer on the line for Money. Money's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota. So on the floor for Minnesota, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's Money in at the guard position.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Gobert kicks to Randall. McDaniels passes to Money. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Malawach. Booker with no one around, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
McDaniels passes to Money. Down low. And Randall throws it down.
That's Julius Randle in pick and roll action, being decisive and having the skill set necessary to score it.
Booker looking around. And here's Green outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And defensive every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Booker, and the wide open shot from Green. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Even thinking about it, when Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
To the middle. Gobert the pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Here's Money. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Money's got 19 points.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
And here's Booker from the arc.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Suns trail by 16. Outside Green. A kick out to O'Neal. Pass to Green for the 3. Rebound Minnesota. Edwards got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Money. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 3rd assist on the night. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Perimeter pair for him will be Booker and Brooks. O'Neal is out there with Malowacz, and it's Gillespie in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, nobody is quite sure just how the partnership of Devin Booker and Jalen Green will play out in the desert. They were just one of 3 backcourts to average 20 points per game each last season. But with so many overlapping qualities, it's not the most obvious fit. But many in the league feel that Green could mold himself actually after Booker, and that gives the Suns another potential offensive focal point. Everyone around the league is curious to see how they'll make this work, guys.
A dangerous duo for sure. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. Here's Gillespie. Gobert pulls it in.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Brooks the pass to Gillespie. Here's Booker from outside the arc. Money with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat-out take over. This is impressive.
Lays it up off the glass. 27 points for Money.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
To the inside, Gillespie nails the...
It ends an 11-0 run by the Timberwolves.
To the right side. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I'm in that conversation, Jason Kidd, but I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Jalen Green's checked in for Phoenix.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
O'Neal kicks to Brooks. O'Neal a screen on DiVincenzo. Brooks misses. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Phoenix has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Green, no luck.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
To the paint, and now the Timberwolves on the break. That one good for 2.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
Brooks with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. 6 to shoot. Pass to Malawach. Shoots over Reed. Malawach, no good. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-4 run, and the shot goes down.
Why has he been this quarter? They're riding that hot hand.
Outside, Green. Shoots over Dosunmu, and it's Green. Missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Good on the triple. Money's got 16 points here in the second half.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Green. And the Suns miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing's going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And so it's Minnesota. Substitutions. So on the floor for Minnesota, Joe Ingles is out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And there's Money. And it's Reed in at the 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Money. Back to DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Money. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Picked by Reed. Inside. And Reed throws it down.
Man, Naz Reid not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
Phoenix has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And a shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Money, no good.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And this is a great way. He's 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Money.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot of him did.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from
Point. It's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense.
He weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Conley left side. Pass to Money. Now here's Dosunmu. And Reed has it in the corner. Three-pointer misses. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And with that, they remain undefeated in Group 4.